Hey y'all, this is Southern Woods here. Welcome to round 2, the Sweet 16 of the Vegetable March Madness Tournament. Yes, you heard me right. This is round 2, so if you haven't seen round 1, definitely go back there and check it out. It was a good video. We had some highly contentious matchups, as well as a few blowouts. Had a little bit of everything. Now, let's look at the Sweet 16 matchup list. We have some good ones ahead, as well as a few Cinderella stories that made it past the first round, like the 16th seed Squash, the 21st seed Avocados, and the 23rd seed Radish. So if you like a Cinderella story, there's a few ones to be rooting for this video. As always, the Sweet 16 is still best out of 5, so first to 3 points will win the matchup. The categories will be divvied up from the Magical Bowl. So let's get this started. I hope y'all are excited. Hit me with that like button if you are. The first matchup we got is the number 1 seed Onion, one of my favorite vegetables, against the 16th seed Squash, one of those few Cinderella stories you may want to vote for. So let's get this started with the first category. What will it be? All right, what's going to get us started? It looks like that's going to be category 2, which is going to be price per unit. How much do these vegetables cost? For squash, for one squash, it'll run you up about $3.75 on average. For an onion, only 95 cents, less than $1. So onion quickly going to go up 1-0 here against squash. The next category will be 12, which is the last category. That is going to be growability. All right. For squash, it is the 7th easiest vegetable to grow. All right. Top 10, that's good. For onions, they're the 11th easiest vegetable to grow. So squash a little bit easier. They're going to tie this up 1-1 against the top seeded onion. All right. Next category we got is 11, second to last, which is going to be culinary versatility. All right, squash are ranked the 12th most culinary versatile vegetable. All right, not too bad. However, onion, number 2, the second most culinary versatile vegetable. It makes a lot of sense. People use onions in many dishes. All right, it can really spice up a dish, and that's going to help them here. They go up 2-1 against squash, threatening to squash them. All right, next up we have is category 5. All right, that funky 5. Category 5 is going to be number of health benefits, okay? For squash, that's going to be eye health, squash help with depression, as well as 3 other proven health benefits that I could find with a total of 5. For onions, they decrease the risk of cancer. They are very much antibacterial, as well as 8 other health benefits for a total of 10, doubling the amount of health benefits that squash had. Onion are going to win and squash 3-1, moving on to the Elite 8. Squash, you are out of here. All right. Time for the second matchup of the Sweet 16. We have the 9th seed Yam. All right, a surprise in the Sweet 16, and a surprise that they're seeded so high up, against the 8th seed Eggplant. So yams versus eggplant. All right, if there's any huge fans of yams or eggplant, definitely let me know in the comments. All right, I feel like these are a couple of overlooked vegetables. We got category 4 to start us off. Category 4 is going to be look preference. All right, so which of these vegetables look better in my opinion? Eggplant won with this last video, and honestly, I think yams are not the most appealing thing to look at, to be honest. I mean, neither are eggplants, but there's a little bit more to them. And for the humor of the phallicness, I think I got to give the point here to eggplant. They're going up 1-0 against yam. All right, next up we got is category 6. Category 6 is going to be that nutritional grade. All right, nutritional grade for yams. They provide a lot of diosgenin. All right, diosgenin, Diosgenin, however you want to pronounce that word, go right ahead, with a nutritional grade of A. All right, nutritional grade of A. Now, eggplant, they have a lot of vitamin A themselves and also have a nutritional grade of A. So we are re-rolling. Whoa, a whole bunch flew. All right. I found the chosen one. chosen one. Is there any others on 4? There's not, and that's going to be 8. All right, category 8 is next up, and this is going to be most popular song that have these vegetables in the title. For Eggplant, it's a song called Peaches and Eggplant by Young Nutty. All right, 108 million views or listens. All right. For Yams, it's a song called Yam by Shark Boy with 5.9 million views. That's not enough to compete with Peaches and Eggplant, so Eggplant going to go up 2-0, threatening to sweep Yam in the Sweet 16. All right, next up we have is 7. Category 7 is going to be Best Movie. All right, there isn't a movie with Yam or Eggplant in the title, so we are re-rolling once again. Yam is just barely hanging on. Next up we have is, the dreaded Category 1, which you hate to get on a sudden death type of match. Of course, the higher seed's going to win here. Eggplant, 58 million tons produced each year, being the 8th seed. Yams, only 50 million tons produced each year. Eggplant, 1 seed higher than Yam, and they're going to get the point, sweeping Yams, moving on to the Elite 8. Yam, you're out of here. All right? Next matchup we have in this Sweet 16 is the 5th seed Cucumber against the 21st seed Avocado. All right, another one of these Cinderella stories. Squash was already beaten, so you can't vote for them anymore. Let's get this going. All right, Cucumber was one of those, had a bye week last video, so this is their first appearance. We have like. All right, hit that like button if you're enjoying this tournament so far. It'll encourage me to do more and put me on that algorithm. Let's re-roll. All right. Next up we have is Category 3. That's going to be the first one of this matchup. Category 3 is going to be my preference, personal preference between Cucumber and Avocado. Look, cucumbers, they're like 95% water. They're pretty crisp, refreshing, good with a little bit of ranch, all right? However, avocado is just a lot more versatile. You make guacamole out of it. I love guacamole, and I love fresh avocado as well. So I got to give the point here to the avocados, all right? Next one that we're rolling, looks like it's going to be Category 9, all right? Category 9 is going to be total amount referenced in the music industry, all right? So looking at this for Avocado, they're referenced in 44 songs, most notably by the artist Busta. All right, Busta Rhymes, you know. All right, now let's look at Cucumber. They're in 83 songs, most notably by the Bee Gees and the Beastie Boys. All right, so about double the amount of total songs referenced. Cucumber is going to get a point, tying it 1-1. All right. Next up we have is 2 are stuck together, so grab a different one. Category 4. Category 4 is going to be look preference once again. All right, so we have another phallic vegetable with the cucumber. All right, y'all know, versus avocado, which I think won with this last video. All right. I don't know. Cucumbers are just a long green object. Nothing too special, but avocados are just these pear-shaped purple things. I'm going to be risque here and go with cucumber. All right, just to stir up the pot a little bit. All right, they're now up 2-1. All right, some people looking at me with sus in their eyes. But I don't care. I think we are drawing Category 6. Category 6 is going to be that nutritional grade. Cucumbers don't have a ton of vitamins and stuff for you, mainly because they're 95% water. But they do offer some vitamin K and have a nutritional score of B+, one of the worst on this list. All right. Meanwhile, avocado, they provide a good bit of potassium, and they have a nutritional grade of A. So avocado actually going to get the nod here, tying it up 2-2. This is a big one, all right? This is a contentious matchup. What will be drawn next? That's going to be Category 10. Category 10 is going to be storage life. For avocados, very little storage life, only fresh for about 3 days. For cucumber, half a week more, 1 week. All right, so cucumbers just barely edging out the avocados, winning 3-2, moving on to the Elite Eight. Avocados, another Cinderella story, out of here. All right. Next matchup we have, all right, is the 13th seed Garlic against the 4th seed Beets. All right. Beets. I wouldn't expect Beets to be seeded 4th, but here they are. All right. Against Garlic. All right, first up we got is Category 11. Category 11 is going to be that culinary versatility for Beets. They are ranked 18th, okay, kind of middle of the pack, lower end middle of the pack. For Garlic, they are ranked 3rd most culinary versatile. That makes sense. Garlic enhances a lot of dishes, so they're going to get a point here, 1-0 against the Beet. All right. Next up we have is Category 12. All right, so time for that grow ability. Garlic is ranked the 12th easiest vegetable to grow. All right, kind of not too bad, pretty good. But beets are ranked 9th, top 10. So beets are going to tie this up 1-1. Next up we have is Category 5. Category 5 is going to be health benefits. Beets can increase your stamina, all right? Make sure that you can last longer in those races or whatever extraneous activities that you do. They also help with blood pressure as well as 5 other health benefits. All right, for Garlic, they help with your heart. They are very antibacterial as well as 6 other health benefits, 1 more than the Beets. So Garlic up 2-1 now. All right, next up we have is Category 2. Category 2 is going to be that price per unit. Single piece of garlic will run you about 70 cents. All right, not too bad, not too bad. A beet, 99 cents, 1 cent less than a buckaroo, but that is a little bit more expensive. So garlic is actually going to beat beets. All right, the 4th seed, 3-1, moving on to the Elite Eight. Beet, you've been beat. You are out of here. All right, we're halfway done with this Sweet 16 round. We got 4 more matchups. Next up, the 3rd seed Potato. That's my vote. All right, I'm a big potato guy. I got the big potato head. All right, against the 19th seed Cauliflower. Okay, Arkansas's favorite vegetable versus Montana's favorite vegetable. Let's get this going. Category 4 is what we're drawing up first. That's going to be look preference between these potatoes and cauliflower. All right, as much as I love potatoes, they're boring as shit, okay? Look at that thing. Lame, okay? Meanwhile, cauliflower, they got a little bit more. It kind of looks like a big old cloud attached to some green stuff. But cauliflower just looks a little bit better. All right, so they're going up 1-0 against the potato. All right, next up we have is 6. Category 6 is going to be that nutritional grade. All right, for potato, they give you a lot of potassium, more than bananas, and they have a nutritional grade of A. Meanwhile, cauliflower, they have a good bit of fiber, and they give you a nutritional score of A. So we are re-rolling. All right, next up we have is Category 3. Category 3 is going to be my overall preference. Well, I already said potatoes are like my favorite. Cauliflower is a bit bland, okay? A bit bland. I don't like it that much. All right, so potato ties it up 1-1. Next up we have is 10. Category 10 is going to be that storage life. Cauliflower lasts fresh about 1 week. Meanwhile, potatoes, 3.5 months. One of the most long-lasting vegetables on this list. So potato's going to go up 2-1 against cauliflower. Cauliflower, another Cinderella story that I didn't mention, being the 19th seed. Next up, we have Category 9. Category 9 is going to be total amount of music references. For potato, they're in over 1,000 songs, 1,052 to be exact, most notably by the Wiggles and good old Alabama. Meanwhile, for cauliflower, they're only in 36 songs, most notably by the artist Bobby Bear. All right, definitely not enough. Potato is going to beat them convincingly 3-1, moving on to the Elite Eight. Cauliflower, you are out of here. All right, all the Cinderella's stories are perishing. We only have like one more good one, the best one, but that's in a little bit. Next matchup we have, though, is the 11th seed Carrots against the 6th seed Sweet Potatoes. All right, we just saw Potato make it to the Elite Eight. Can Sweet Potato make it there too? Time to find out. All right, first up we got is Category 11. Category 11 is going to be that culinary versatility. Okay, for Sweet Potato, they are the 13th most versatile. All right, not too bad. All right, on the top half of the list. Meanwhile, for Carrots, they are the 5th most culinary versatile. All right, yeah, carrots are in a lot of dishes, especially a lot of stews, soups, salads. All right, it makes sense. So carrot gonna go up 1-0 here against the sweet potato. All right, next up we have is category 12. So going back to the grow ability, carrots are the 10th easiest vegetable to grow. All right, so they're up there. Meanwhile, sweet potatoes 14th, more of a middle of the pack type of vegetable to grow. So carrots actually going to go up 2-0 very quickly against the sweet potato. All right, next up we have is category 5. Category 5 is going to be health benefits. Sweet potatoes, good for your eyes, good for being anti-cancer, with 4 other health benefits. Meanwhile, the carrot, good for your eyes as well, also anti-cancerous, but one more health benefit than sweet potatoes have. So that was kind of interesting, very similar for your health, but carrots just a little bit more proven, and they're going to sweep the sweet potatoes 3-0, moving on to the Elite Eight. Potato sister, sweet potato, couldn't make it there. They are out of here. All right. Next up, we have the biggest Cinderella story left, the 7th seed Cabbage against the 23rd seed Radish. One of the last seeds made it to the Sweet 16, and they are here facing Cabbage. All right, so let's see who can get it first. We got category 4 to start off this matchup, which is going to be my look preference. All right, Cabbage is, kind of like lettuce, kind of boring. Radish, there's a little bit more to the radish. I like the coloration of radish. They're going to get the first point here in this matchup, 1-0. All right, next up we have is category 3. All right, so category 3 is going to be my actual preference here. Again, Cabbage, kind of boring, but I'm not a huge fan of radish either. All right. I don't eat radish in many dishes. I don't eat them by themselves. Cabbage, I think you could do a little bit more with, and I like it just a little bit better. So actually going to tie this thing up 1-1. All right, next up we have is category 6. Category 6 is going to be nutritional grade. All right, so nutritional grade for Cabbage. They provide a good bit of vitamin C in Cabbage with a nutritional grade score of A. Meanwhile, Radish, they provide a lot of antioxidants with a nutritional score of, once again, A. So we are re-rolling. All right, next up we have is category 8. Category 8 is going to be a most popular song for Radish. It's a song called Radish White Icicle by Braid with only 50,000 listens or views. Not too comforting for them. For Cabbage, it's a song called Cabbage by True K814 with 1.8 million views. Not a whole lot, but enough to beat out the Radish song. So Cabbage is up 2-1. All right, next up we have is category 10. Category 10, of course, is going to be that storage life. Cabbage, surprisingly enough, can be kept fresh for about a month and a half, a lot more than I thought it would. For Radish, only a week and a half. So with that, Cabbage actually gets a pretty convincing win over the Radish, 3-1, moving on to the Elite Eight. All the Cinderella stories just got, screwed up. All right, screwed over in this Sweet 16. Radish is out of here. We got one more matchup, though. All right, we're not done yet. One more matchup, which is the 15th seed Green Beans, or String Beans, depending on how you call it, against the 2nd overall seed corn. Or if you're from the holla, kern. All right, I don't know. Actually, I don't know who calls corn kern, but I'm sure there are some people out there. Let's get this going. First category we got with green beans and kern. Y'all are going to hate me if I keep saying it that way. It is going to be 11. Category 11 is culinary versatility. All right, so for green beans, they are ranked 11th. Not too shabby themselves, but corn is going to be actually 21st. Whoa. I wasn't expecting corn to be that low. I was getting ready to give them a point because think about it. Popcorn, cream corn, corn on the cob. You can use it in like Brunswick stew, gumbo, all sorts of things. What the hell do you use green beans in except as a side of green beans and maybe chopped up in some dishes? Very shocking, but green beans gonna get a point here. All right. Maybe this is the upset that everything's been boiling down to. Next up, we got category 12, which just tends to come right after 11, which is going to be that growability. Corn's dead in the middle pretty much at 15. All right. Green beans, though, third easiest vegetable to grow. Makes sense. It's pretty easy to throw some green beans in the garden. Corn, not so much, unless you're Kansas or Nebraska. So green beans actually going up 2-0 right now, threatening to sweep corn, the second seed. This would be pretty shocking, in my opinion. All right, next up we got is category 7. Category 7 we haven't got in a minute, which is best movie. You have Beanstalk, all right, for green beans with a 39% Google viewer rating. And of course, corn, you have Children of the Corn, the horror movie, with a 79% Google viewer rating. So corn is not going to get swept, all right, too good for that, but they are down 2-1. All right. Next up we have is category 1. That helps out corn because they're the second highest seed with 1.1 billion tons of corn being produced each year. For green beans, only 23 million tons. Huge difference. Corn's going to tie this up 2-2. All right. Next up we got is category 2. Category 2 is going to be price per unit. All right. So corn, all right, 90 cents for an ear of corn. For green beans, only 3 cents for a singular green bean. All right. I guess you could buy a singular green bean for only a few cents. So with that, we have our first upset of the Sweet 16. All right, which is going to be that 15th seed green beans knocking off the second overall seed corn in a big shocker. So green beans moving on to the Elite 8, and kern, good old corn, is shucks. You're out of here. So, wow, that was a pretty exciting Sweet 16. Moving forward to the Elite 8, which will be this next video, we have onion, eggplant, cucumber, 13th seed garlic, potato, 11th seed carrot, cabbage, and the 15th seed green beans. So only 3 out of the 8 are above top 10 seeds. Your biggest Cinderella story is going to be that 15th seed green beans who just knocked off corn. So obviously they're pretty formidable. So again, if you like this video, if you're excited for the finale, Elite 8 to the finale, definitely let me know. And if you want to see more of these, let me know as well. Hit that subscribe button and join the Southern Woods community. We do a lot of great things on this channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Southern Woods out.